Hey guys, this is Michael Mendrin here, coming to you live today from Salem, Oregon, and just got off of work, and I drove by a dutchbros. We have a coffee shop here in the Northwest that's famously known as dutchbros, and it's a couple of brothers that got together and started making coffee. And, their philosophy is teamwork. You can see it behind the way that they work. And so why is teamwork? I guess we're going to start this live video off. Why is teamwork so important for your success? And, the reason being is because it's a couple of things. I'll run you through a couple of things myself. I'm 27, so I'm young, but, we're driving there, so actually we're trying to figure out my live videos. There we go, that's much better. So didn't expect that. Let's fix that here so it doesn't fall off again. There we go. I think that's better, but we'll see. So why is teamwork so important for your success? And the reason being is because, if you work for a corporation, if you work for a company where there's multiple people involved in the company, you need, and your job relies on somebody else to do, to complete it. Like, for example, I'm in car sales, and my job is one portion of a sales process. There's a lot of people that are involved. There's from me, you got the customer, there's me, there's my manager, there's this finance manager. There's all these people that are involved in the process. There's the banks. You have your bank, you have their bank. They have all this stuff that's involved in the process that's all intertwined and connected. And if those pieces don't get along together, you're going to have chaos and problems and frustration, and then you have a high turnover rate in your company. You also have a high turnover rate of employees, and you have disgruntled employees, unhappy employees. If you're an owner and you're watching this, you may not know that because they're just going to be the negative Nancys that will complain behind your back, but they'll smile in your face. And I know that because I've been guilty. I have done it before. But currently, if you're my boss currently, actually we have a really good team, and I'm actually very happy with the teamwork that we have. And, that's important because I get along with my managers, I get along with my finance managers. We're all on the same team and we all have the same vision. But what does coffee have to do with success? So back to dutchbros here, and they're actually the most successful company in coffee here in the Northwest, I believe. And the reason being is because every single time I drive past their coffee shops, there's always cars in the driveway. I'll go to a Starbucks, which is one of the most famously known coffee shops in the United States of America, and there's not always people there. Sometimes there's nobody there. And what has happened is it's the customer service. It's the quality of the customer service. It's the quality of people that are working for Starbucks versus the quality of people working for Dutch Brothers. Some companies hire anybody. They'll just hire anybody. They're so needy. They need people so bad. They will hire anyone will do. They hire people and they throw them against the wall like spaghetti and see what sticks. And that's not a recipe for success. That's a recipe for disaster, because you get all these people that are hired and you don't know who they are. They don't have the same values. They could be all problems. Now, the thing with Dutch Brothers is that they have a different system. First off, you have to be a team player. That's number one. And they will interview for team players. They will make sure that you are comfortable with being a team player. The first way they do that is they bring you into a room and they interview you with 10 other people, with 10 other candidates. Out of those 10 candidates in that room, 1, maybe 2 will make it to a job and actually get an offer. And sometimes they won't get any offers. And what they're looking for is they're looking for the leader. They're looking for the guy who's going to get out there, be fun. Have you ever went to Dutch Bros and had a bad experience? I highly doubt it. If you have, correct me, throw it down in the comments and be like, I had a bad experience at Dutch Bros. That'd be great to know. I think the brothers at Dutch Bros would like to know that, actually, myself. And, the other thing is that's why teamwork is so important, because they all get along together. They're working in a small little building. It's, a 10 by 10 little room, and there's 5 guys packed in there, or 5 people packed in that room, and they get along. They're always happy. They're always singing. There's always music. They're having a great time. Whereas sometimes you could go to other stores and you don't have that. You get the long sullen looks, and that's not teamwork. So that's why teamwork is so successful, why it's needed for your success, because you need other people. And so the better that you can get at teamwork, the better that you'll be. So that leads us to the last question. How do I get better at teamwork? Well, it's really simple. You read, you get around other leaders, you get around other people who are great team players. So here's what I did. A couple of books is John Maxwell. I'm a huge John Maxwell fan myself. And John Maxwell has a couple of great books. One of them is Relationships 101. That's a great book because it teaches you how to get along with people. The other book is 17 Indispensable Qualities of a Team Player. Great book, hands down one of the best books on being a team player that you can write. Next off is, what if you're in a place, which I was recently in a place where we just didn't get along. The departments that were necessary didn't play together. There was a disconnect between this department to that department. What do you do when there's a disconnection? Well, if you can't get along with people, and you've changed and you've brought up these ideas on how to change and you've done your part, what you can control, if you do what you can control to make it a better place and add value to your job or your career or your business that you work for, and you've brought what you can to the table and said, hey, look, here's where I'm struggling with. Can you help me make some changes? And the corporation refuses to change. My suggestion is leave. Leave, man. You have one life. Don't waste it at a company that won't move, won't change, won't improve themselves. Just don't do it. Just don't waste it. Go out there and work for a company who's going to value those talents, who's going to help you, who's already got stuff connected, and where you could come to the table and bring your values, you could bring your stuff to the table, and the company you could bring that in and allow you to grow into the company. That's what you want, where you can set your roots down deep so you can help the company grow. First off, it's going to profit the company. It's going to profit you first off. You're going to be more fulfilled. You're going to be more happier. Your teammates are going to be better off. You're going to be better off because you could bring value to the table. But when you work around a bunch of negative and pessimism, you'll never be happy. You're going to always be frustrated. So that's my suggestions for you guys. I sure love all of you. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Take care.